All right, hi everyone. This is a quick demo of Lichtspiel, which is a audiovisual composition and performance tool built for Ableton Live, and it was first ideated before the Berklee Hackathon about a week ago, and this is a more refined version for everyone to see. So we you can kind of see that there's three basic panels. We've got our main video output. We've got a left panel here with our controls. So it uses the mono controllers, which I'll show you really quickly. It's right there. So it uses these controllers. I'm using the Ableton APC Key 25 as my interface to control Ableton. And then you can also see my view of Ableton here of my set. So let's see. So first of all, let's just do a quick demo. So I'll go ahead and play a quick scene in Ableton, and you can sort of see what's going on here. I'll show my mono controllers. So you can see I'm able to control the visuals live right here. And as I go through my scenes, I can sort of do visual, controllable. Right there. So on the left-hand panel, what you're seeing here basically is it's bringing in the audiovisual sketch, which is a P5 generated sketch. Here you have the grid of the mono controller, so a digital twin version of what you're seeing on the screen. And you can see that it's interacting with my hardware. It's also built for both mono grid 128 and ARC 4. Right now we just have the grid 64 and ARC 2 for the demo. Here we have a set of gestural controls, so it tells you what each encoder and what each grid function does. So it will allow you to have some control legibility. That also collapses if you'd like. We have three main modes here. So we have plan, which lets you set up your application for either performance or range mode. So in perform mode, it goes dark and allows you to kind of collapse this window if you want to have everything there. You can also collapse this window. And in the ranges here, it just switches to a different color, and it is built around the arrange view in Ableton. So you have those three modes, and then on the left-hand side, the right-hand side, you have a variety of features. So I'll go ahead and demonstrate them a little bit, but effectively you've got a generate section, which allows you to generate P5 animation templates on the fly. We have three modes. So one of them, it allows you to record an audio section of your track, either from the scene view or the arrangement view, and it looks at your Ableton set, and it takes information from your Ableton set, and it creates a new animation template. For Dream, it will take in a prompt, so you can add a text prompt, and it will look at your set as well and give you animation. Then Fuse, which is the maximalist mode, you could say, of Generate, which is takes an audio section you want, a prompt, and information from the set, so you can get very customized animations per section. So let's and I guess below that, you can also upload a sketch. If you want to upload your own P5, you can do that here if you've already made your own animation templates that you like. And here is the record section, so that you can get audio for the generate portion. What's really nice here is that you got a latent space, so you can see here as I hover over, there's a visualization of the different recordings that you have and how they are related to the pre-trained encoder and how close they are to each other in the latent. So it's a cool little visualization. You can also collapse that if you'd like. Now down here, we've got our Ableton mapping section, which is really key for how things are going to work. So for example, we've got here arrangement locators. So if I go into Ableton, you can see here that I can effectively look at the arrangement view. And I can go out and I have these little locators. You can see there's like different things. So we can just do a quick demo of this, and I'll go ahead and play the intro, and we'll see a change occur at the next arrangement locator. Yep, so it changed there, and now it's got a new animation template. So it works there for arrangement view. You're allowed to go ahead and have that. We can disable Ableton view. So you can see here it's reading in your Ableton set, and it's seeing that at each arrangement locator you can set, for example, different templates. So you can set different animation templates, and it will automatically trigger them. You can also just have it as random. You can also set the canonical, so it can be the default template, or it can be a randomized version of each template, and it will track here which one was played. So again, we could go back to our Ableton session. We can go ahead. Yep, so it changed past that arrangement locator. So that's sort of for the arrangement arrange functionality here. We can also go back to we can go back to the session view. So we can go into perform, and we can see here that if we go ahead and pull up Ableton, that we can go into the session view, and we can launch scenes. I'm sorry, we can launch scenes, and it will automatically sort of trigger our animations. So why don't we start here at scene 2? I'll go ahead and pick a few. These are also generated ones. You can tell by the logo there. We're going to pick 2 of them, and we're going to go ahead and yeah, it's a little bit covered, but let's see. We can move this over here for now. And we can see that if I launch a scene, yes. So it's got the animation there. I can go ahead and perform it. I can also hide this. Also bring this window up if you want. We'll go to our next scene. So that basically demonstrates the session view functionality. So you can see that you can assign your own animations for each scene, or you could disable certain ones. If you just wanted to stay on this scene, it would continue with this one until the next one is engaged. So it allows you to have really nice control over your animation templates as you're performing live. And the same thing goes for the arrangement view. You can also load different presets, so you can set all these to very specific things for your Ableton set and then just load them, and this will tell you if it matches or not. So for example, presets 5 fix, you can see it loaded all these different ones, and it will do that there. We can also have a present mode, so we can export this to a external monitor if we just want to have this going and send this to an external out. So really good for live performance. And yeah, this is basically the functionality that we've built in here. So it's a great tool for audiovisual performance. Now I want to also see if I can demonstrate our generation. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and a scene there. I'm going to say capture. We're going to select the scene, and we're going to go back to Ableton. Which scene are we at? It was scene 6. So we're going to set scene 6. We're going to do 8 bars, and we're going to go ahead and arm it. We're going to say play. So it's going to record here for 8 bars, you see. It's captured that, so it's got the audio, and now we're going to go to fuse, and we're going to say starry night in the south of France, looking at the Milky Way. I'm going to hit this, and it's going to go ahead and generate. So it's working. It's going to take a little bit of time, but we're going to go ahead and let that do its thing. And yeah, the idea is that this allows Ableton users to go ahead and make their own animation templates on the fly while they're preparing. So this would be technically in the planned session. So you could be here and think like, I want a video or I want an animation, but I'm not exactly sure what I want. So it's going to go ahead and, you can prompt it for these different things, and it's going to hot load the animations directly into the Ableton set. I'm sorry, directly into Lichtspiel. It's cycling through a few different ones right now, but what we should see in a moment is the new one loaded. So we're going to go ahead and wait for that to happen. And, ideally we would create something that allows for this to go a little bit faster, or it could be more retrieval based, right? Based on our templates that we've already kind of saved in here. But what it will do is that once the generated sketch comes up, it will load it into the interface here, and then we'll have the option to save it as a preset if we want. So we can come back here, and then it will be like, oh, cool, I generated this animation template, and it will be live right here. And what's really interesting is that because we have these mono controllers, they're all, every time a sketch is generated, it's going to go ahead and create for us an interaction design. So a set of gestures and a set of controls for the grid and the arc. Okay, so here we go. We've got our generated sketch, and we're gonna go ahead and play around with it. Okay, let me go ahead and get rid of this mono view so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, interesting. Let's go ahead and play with some music. Oh. We'll go ahead and we'll just promote it to Corpus. So now it's saved. And let's say we want to go to, we're going to go scene 2. And we're going to go ahead and put the one we just saved, which is going to be Milky Way Provence. Okay. There it is. So probably not the best animation, but it's a fully generated one, so we can iterate on that, of course. Some other examples of generated ones. We could look at this one. A nice feature we can do is we can also let Lichtspiel overtake the mono, so we can hit auto, and it's going to automatically control the mono devices. You can see here. You can also say listen. It's going to even look closer at the Ableton set. So now you can see this is now being automatically controlled. I'm going to disable this one. I'm going to go to the next. So now it keeps the animation going. Right, so that allows the user to go ahead and control their Ableton set from their controller. So in my case, I'm using the Akai here to launch my scenes in Ableton, but I can let Lichtspiel control the visuals automatically. Then if I want to go back to manual, all I have to really do is go back in here, and now I have control over it again. So really nice performance tool, allows a lot of flexibility for on-the-fly improvisation. And yeah, so those are then one last feature. So we've kind of gone over the generate panel, we've gone over the interaction panel on the left, and this is the output panel in the middle. We can see here too the sketch that's playing and what's next, which would be random, and this would vary depending on your settings here. We also have a tutorial mode, so you click this question mark button and you will be able to go ahead and just hover over things, and it will tell you what's going on. So if you're this will be a great tool for users to just go ahead and see what's happening here and get to learn the interface a bit. But we've designed it in a way that's quite succinct. You can also collapse these menus like I was saying, so you get a nice little succinct view, and canvas is automatically resizing there, as you can see. And yeah, so this shows just a basic demo of what Lichtspiel is possible of doing. We'd love to expand this to more Ableton users and potentially bring it into other hardware. So it does have hot swap functionality for mono only right now, but this could theoretically be all kinds of different controllers with the right tooling. Additionally, there could be additional modes here where the visuals are conditioned on other inputs. For example, a computer vision model to automatically generate more informed sketches. So this is our V1 version, but yeah, we just wanted to demonstrate this. So if you'd like to see more of this stuff, if you'd like to try it out, or if you'd like to collaborate, please feel free to reach out. And thank you so much for checking it out.